Welcome to commercial cleaning, from zero to janitorial. Now, we're in section 6. Let's talk about what software we could use. Let's talk about coaching and where we can find someone that can help us. Now, let's start with the software part. Software. Why use software at all? Software will make your life easier. It will save you time so you can work on other things on your business. Use software whenever you can afford it. If you can afford it from day one, I highly recommend you make the investment. It's worth it. It will save you a lot of time. Now, not just to save you time, but I would also use software to make you look more professional. I have to say that once we started using one of the softwares, and I'll recommend two that I use, but always leave a comment if you find there are other ones worth it for people to try it. Even for me to try it, I'll give it a try. We tried different ones and we found two that help us in different aspects of our business. We use a CRM software, take care of all the customer relationship management, and then we use something that helps us with the proposal part of a business. Again, I'm pretty sure you can find alternatives. Let me know. I always recommend to try different ones and find the one that works for you. You know, people always ask, so what's the best thing that I can use? Well, we all find different, that's why there are options, because we all find different things that work for us. Try different softwares, make sure you find whatever works for you. So what we currently use, we use a piece of software called Swept, and that's mostly for our CRM, the customer relationship management, and it also takes care of all of our scheduling. And it's great. You can have your cleaners request stuff when they're about to run out of cleaning solutions, run out of mop heads, whatever it is. They can send a request. You can order it, buy it, send it to them. You don't have to worry about none of that. So you don't have to worry about, hey, I ran out of whatever. They can request it, they can clock in, clock out. So highly recommended Swept. We found that it works great for us. The second piece of software that we use is called Routh. Now, Routh will help you. It really helped us through different aspects. And we're talking about the proposal part of the business. So Routh will help you with walkthroughs, will help you with coming out with your estimates, and will help you with your proposals. So the way I see it is basically part 1, part 2, part 3. First, we start with a walkthrough, right? You go to a client, you have to do a walkthrough, you have to take pictures, you have to take measurements, and where you put all this. So Routh is a place that will save all that data, and it's going to help you in the future. And then this is where I highly recommend, if you can use software, go ahead and use it, because it's worth it if you can make the investment. For example, if you get a new client and you do a walkthrough and you save the square footage, you save the floor type, you take pictures and all that, blah blah. Once you get a client that has probably a similar square footage, you can have an idea, and you can see client A has a total of 5,000 square foot, client B has a total 6,000 square foot, so you can have an idea how long it's going to take you to take care of them. So that's the first part. So you go and do a walkthrough, you take pictures, blah blah, measurements, all the data that you need. Now you need to work on the estimate, and you can actually in Routh you can actually import that walkthrough to the estimate part. You start working on your numbers. What's the square footage? You have all that data in Routh, so now you can work your numbers, work on your estimate. Once you're done with the estimate, guess what? Now you go to section 3, which is the proposal part. So Routh has amazing proposals, templates, the default ones. I learned actually from the default templates about the scope of work. I was like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to do the high part, maybe once a month, maybe this stuff, every 2 weeks, this stuff every day, because they have that default list that if you just started in janitorial, it's going to help you a lot. So basically now you can work on a proposal, you can work on the numbers, you can go from 0 to 100 on bidding, on sending a bid through email, print it, take it to the client, whatever works for you. But yeah, it's great to work on the estimate, on the bidding, on the proposal, on the walkthrough part. We use Routh, and that's what works for us. Again, if you have something else, leave a comment. I'll give it a try and see how it works out. So far, we have used we found that we really love Swept and Routh, and I feel in a way they complement each other, and you need them both. So let's go ahead and let's do a demo with both of them. I'll show you a bit around. I'll show you the websites. You can actually sign up for free trials and all that. If you use either of them, let them know that you saw them here, okay? All right, let's do the demo. Okay, this is Swept, and this is the CRM that we use. We manage all of our customers, our schedules, our cleaners, all of our employees, requests, whenever we're running out of something. And you can see it right here on the graphic. You know, they can request supplies, they can clock in, clock out, and here's a little snippet of the actual dashboard. I mean, it gives you a lot of information. I would recommend, go to the website swepworks.com. Here's also a screenshot of the app. Here's where they can request supplies. They can look at the schedule. It has a clock in, clock out feature. One thing that I love is that if you have employees that speak a different language, they can have the app, let's say in Spanish, right? And they can send you a message in Spanish, but Swept will actually auto translate and you'll get it in English. And guess what? You reply in English and they will get it in Spanish. So if you have problems with communication with employees, this will fix that problem right away. I really love this. So here we go. And the chat features is really powerful. The track time, if you charge hourly, you'll see how much time they spend. They have they spend cleaning. They have also a geofence, so they can only clock in or clock out within, within the facility itself. So they won't be able to clock in or clock out when you're there away from the facility. And these are optional things that you can do. It's not a must, but these are optional things. And the pricing is pretty reasonable. Any software, you're probably thinking about 150 minimum to start. And look at that. Hey, how does 50% off for your first 90 days sound? I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if you can see that. I don't think you can see that because it actually stuck to the bottom of the screen. But basically, there's this little chat box. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to take a screenshot so I can show it to you. I'll put it. See if I can actually grab that. Oh no. Okay. So I'm gonna just do some video editing and just display it so you'll see it. But basically, they're offering 50% off for the first 90 days. So for the first 3 months, you will be paying $75, and that's more than enough to try the software and see if it works for you. Again, you can call, you can set up a demo. I think it works. And look at the location. So you basically thinking about the way that I see it is one location, one client, more or less. There are some clients that might have more than one location, but 1 to 15 locations, you can probably squeeze 10 clients in there. And that will definitely pay for their 150 monthly price. So that's Swept. And you can actually, if you pay annually, you can save some money. So it goes from 250 to 200, from 350 to 280, and so on. So let's talk about Routh. Again, Routh really changed the way that we do business. We learn a lot using Routh. And again, it's I do recommend that you visit the website getrouth.com. Here it is: walkthrough, estimate, and proposal. So basically, the whole bidding, calculating, estimating, proposal, contract, and all that, you can do it through Route. And I'll show you. I'll give you a quick demo about the proposal. So here is the app. So basically, you go to a client's facility. You go with the app. You take pictures. You take measurements. You input everything in the app. And then you have available. You have it available at when you go back to the office. And basically, when you click on End walkthrough, it will just upload it to the cloud. So if you have someone else in the office, they can start working on the estimate right away. Here's all the information, square footage, pictures, floor types. I mean, the list goes on and on. Here's the estimator, and I'll show you a demo, one that I done before, proposal generator, and this awesome. They working on a new version of their proposal tool, which is great. And one of the resources that probably people don't think about this, but probably their most powerful resource for me is this, the actual team. I actually met with them about maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, before it was right before the coronavirus actually started. And they have a great foundation, they have a great team. They welcome me like one of their own. Ricky Regalado, their leader, which by the way has a great name, obviously. Armando and the rest of the team, Joe, Greg, I mean, everyone else, Steven, great people, great people. And you have to think about that, because if you plan to use their software, for years to come, you want to make sure that there is a solid foundation, and this is not gonna just disappear in the next year or so. Um, so let me walk you through the proposal real quick. So basically, on the right, you have a preview window. On the left, you have the proposal part where you can change it. So for example, I can change this to let's do 4230, and there you go. We change it on the preview right here. So I love that it has the on the fly. Everything is very, you can customize it. And here's the scope of work. And you can see how you can remove, change it, customize it, and here's the template. So even if you have no idea what's involved on commercial cleaning on janitorial, Ralph gives you a default template that makes a lot of sense. And again, I actually learned a thing or two with them. They helped me out. Again, very powerful. So notes, and you can turn on, turn off different aspects of the proposals. Here are the pictures. So now when you do a proposal, they can see pictures, square footage, floor type. I mean, the legal, if you want to add legalities, additional terms. If you don't have nothing, then it goes down to the signature. But I mean, this is a great tool. It really changed the way that we do business. And top left, you can see walkthroughs, estimate proposals. Then you can take care of inspections. I mean, it really works. Let me know. I would highly recommend at least that you try them. If you do try them, let them know that you hear about them from Ricky Funk. They'll appreciate that. And let's go back and talk to the second part of the section today, which we're gonna talk about coaching. Now let's talk about coaching, mentorship, and Facebook groups, because it really has been a source of information for us, for our business. Facebook groups have been, great. Now, one of the best ways to advance on your path is to actually get advice from someone that they already experienced the issues that you're probably about to encounter if you just started in residential. So that's why it's so important to network with other business owners. We found people along the way, and especially in Facebook groups, we found people that do want to help, that they've been there, and now they actually they try to help other business owners, and especially when they first start, and they can probably give you a lot of wisdom about the industry, and you have to appreciate that. You have to take the time, listen to them, learn, and it's gonna help you tremendously to move forward on your business. Brings me also to my second point, coaching. There are a lot of coaches around, good ones, not so good ones. It's up to you. Do your own research. There's a lot of free content on YouTube, on Facebook. There's a lot of free content. But if you do, and you can afford a coach that can guide you through all this, I mean, by all means, go ahead, hire a coach and talk to them and get that all that information. I haven't had a coach or a mentor, but I do a lot of the legwork. I do a lot of research. YouTube, Facebook, Google. I mean, I spend hours and hours and hours and hours and try to let everything sink in. Go practice it, come back, tweak it, and that has helped me a lot. Also, be careful. There are a lot of Facebook groups that might be probably not so good, and you have to be careful with that. I've seen it as well. People that will sell leads that don't really work, or will sell leads and they'll never send you anything. So you have to be careful. Use common sense. Do research. Find, again, as I said, as always, I say, do your own research. Come up with whatever works for you. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel, so every time we release a new video, you'll get a notification. I'll see you in the next one.